Hey, this is going to be my video on the repetition and inconsistencies in the Odyssey. And here are my notes again. I wasn't able to find a ton of inconsistencies, but I was able to find a few, so it's not going to be as long as I would like, but I'll do I'm doing what I can. In book 13, Odysseus is described as like old and frail and super like worn down through all the suffering. And then in book 21 and 22, he uses this big old bow, like with ease. And that kind of contrasts with that, because if he's old, like, how is he doing that? Like, I understand he's, oh, great warrior. You're still old. Come on. So, yeah. And then he kills these dozens of suitors with, also ease. Well, I'm sure there was a fight, but he still did it. And if he was super old, like, how would that even work? So that's the first inconsistency. The second one is when a ton of the characters meet him. There's the inconsistencies of why his dog Argos recognizes him before his own wife Penelope does. Like, Penelope's like super unsure, and then she's like, well, where did I move my bed? And he's like, oh yeah, in the hallway. And that's only when, you figured it out. And I'll just go ahead and read up all my examples that I got, because I got like 3 or 4. Argos recognizes him immediately in book 17. Euryclea, I think that's how you say it. Again, I'm really bad at this. He recognizes him by his scar, and that's in book 19. And then Telemachus said he needed solid proof, like hard evidence, before he thought he was actually Odysseus, and that was in book 23. And then Penelope is this like way more suspicious than everyone else, and he tests him with the bed thing. And yeah, why? Like, I understand dogs are super like naturally super loyal, but that's your wife. You married her. She should know you. I understand, whatever, man. Like, clones, dupes, magic stuff, god stuff, Still weird to me. And then one of the repeated things is the theme of hospitality. Like when Eumaeus, I think I spelled that wrong. I might be pronouncing it wrong. He shows proper hospitality to Odysseus, like giving him home and food and all that. Like, that's what you're supposed to do with the Xenia. And then the suitors abuse it. They don't do anything. And that reinforces that moral theme by repeating it. And then they repeat the names, like resourceful Odysseus and gray-eyed Athena and faithful Penelope. And that helps maintain the characterization that was built up from the beginning, and also helps the reader remember who's who better and like what qualities they have, because there's a lot of characters. And then in book 22, there's the repeated like typical scene of before all the suitor slaughters. In most epics, they follow the rhythm of describing all their weapons in detail, describing all their strategies, and then help from the divine, or like the gods and goddesses, like Athena helps them. And that helps build anticipation, because if anyone has also read other epics, it kind of gives you like oh, that's got to happen, something's about to happen next. And that gives anticipation by repeating those scenes. And yeah, that's about it. Here are my notes. Bye.